Hey YouTube, it's your girl Jay here, coming to you live with another install of the Pretty Professionals Guide, where I help you get your life. Yes. But today I am serving you full on 4 eyes, honey. Yes, you gotta love these frames. What? And why am I coming at you super nerdy? I am coming at you nerdy because today's topic is serious. Video is on. It's how to survive your performance review, because whether you know it or not, you're gonna have one. And a lot of these are happening either this week or they're happening in the coming weeks, like the first week of January. So you want to make sure that you're prepared for your performance review. What is a performance review, you might ask? It is when you justify your coins. And what do I mean when I say justify your coins? Your organization has paid you for the last year to do a specific job. Did you do your job? Performance review is when you go over what you've contributed to the business. It happens several times during the year, depending on your organization. It could be quarterly, which means it happens 4 times a year. It could be semi-annually, and all you Victoria's Secret shoppers know what semi-annual means. It happens twice a year, typically at the half point and at the end of the year. Or it could be once a year, which means it happens at the conclusion of the year, which is now. So performance reviews happen in different type of venues. It could be a one-on-one conversation with your manager. Those can be intimidating, but if you do these things that we discuss, it won't be intimidating to you. It could also happen in a group setting where you're with a team and you have a presentation, and that could be either via Prezi or PowerPoint, etc. Or it could be super formal, like where you wear suit and tie with your VP and your direct manager. Those are uber intimidating. Your performance review can be intimidating, but if you're prepared for that dialogue, then it should go by like really swiftly. Performance reviews have a couple of different end results, which happen. You could either get a promotion, you can get a raise, you can get a demotion, you can get a bonus. So there are good things that can happen, there are bad things that can happen, or you could just stay neutral and nothing changes. What you want to do in getting ready for that conversation is make sure that you're not that guy who comes in and sits down and is just like, all right, tell me what you want to know. No, you don't want to do that, because I can't remember what I did last week. And if your boss is managing more than themselves, they can't remember what none of you guys did. So it's important that you own your business and own your work and your career and come in ready to say, hey, this is what I've done. So, and making sure you go in there and dominate that conversation like the boss that you are. There are a couple of different steps that you can take to ensure that this is a productive dialogue and it's not a waste of your time or your senior leadership team. So what you want to do is make sure that you know your job description and make sure that you can speak to how your day-to-day activities align to the job description. How do you find that? You can look at your requisition ID that you applied for if you're new to the job. If you've been in the role for a couple of years, you can, parlay with your colleagues who are in the same role as you and say, okay, what is your job description? What do you do for the business? We have the same thing. This is what I do versus what you do, and kind of, pick and choose there. Another alternative would be going back and reviewing your commitment to the business. So at some point during the year, they asked you, hey, what do you think you can give us? And you said, oh, I'm awesome. I can give you the sun, the moon, the stars, and the universe if only you let me and give me my coins. And they believed you. So now it's time for you to make sure that you actually delivered the sun, the moon, and the universe because they gave you your coins. So you want to review those goals that you set for yourself and make sure that you can check the boxes for each of those. Another thing that you should be doing is noting your contributions during the year. So every time you go above and beyond and you receive that pat on the back, write that down. Write it somewhere safe, whether that's in your Microsoft OneNote or you have old school pen and paper that you write things down on, or you use the Notes app in your iPhone or Android device. Be sure that you are documenting those and you put a date beside it, especially if your boss emailed you and said, hey, good job on something. You always want a paper trail. You always want to be able to say, refer back to this date and time. If you haven't performed as well as you wanted to this year, come into your office with a plan. Come in saying, hey, boss, I know I didn't achieve what I set out to do. The moon was really, really far this year. But next year, I do want to continue to give you the moon by doing this. So being able to say, hey, I still want to achieve this goal. I acknowledge that I underperformed, but these are the steps that I'm taking to make sure I achieve this goal, shows that you're accountable, responsible, and you are diligent in moving forward. That is good. That is someone that they want to keep with the organization and not someone that they want to make that plan for. Yes, basically, you don't want them to make this plan for you. You want to make this on your own. And finally, the thing that you should be doing is making sure that, going into what you're looking for in future tenses. So if you're looking for a raise or if you're looking for a new role, you want to articulate that to your boss and then speak to how you want to work with them to move forward in achieving that. Example would be if you're looking to move into a management position, you want to shadow a manager for 6 months, or you want to mentor a new hire for the next year. Take the initiative and then, work with your senior leadership to put a plan in place and say that you guys have mutually agreed upon checkpoints so that you're following up on those activities to make sure that you're leaning towards that raise or promotion. So performance reviews don't have to suck as long as you do the work in preparing for it. So remember, look at your job description. 2, note your progress during the year. Make sure you're checking the boxes. 3, come prepared with a plan, whether that is for underperformance or, looking forward. So that is our show for today. If you have any questions or if you want to just provide additional insight, please leave a comment below. I would love to talk to you. I got nothing to do. I'm lying. I have plenty to do, but I really do want to talk to you guys. Thanks so much for your time. Tune in next time to the Pretty Professionals Guide, and I look forward to seeing you soon.